Sipp City on the hill. Alright. Y'all gotta listen. Giving you the business. Yeah. Sipp City on the hill. For real. Y'all gotta listen. Giving you the business.
Yo! Welcome back to Sipp City Podcast. After that little small break, y'all know how it go, man. Still the host with the most, Mr. T to the E to the double R to the A-N-C-E, Mr. Terrence in this thing. We got the Southern Black Messiah once again, Mr. T-E-Z in the building, Cash App, $ Wild Willis #1. And we're going to talk about that Cash App shit here too in a minute. That Caption. You know what I'm saying? Shit. And we got motherfucking D. Lewis in the building, Sipp City Podcast representative, Street Fame representative. You know what I'm saying? If you see a nice green bike on the road, get out of his way, cause he gonna mow your ass over. You dig? But man, look, since we were just on about age differences and dreams and all that type of stuff, I got another motherfucking topic coming for y'all guys. And I want to know, when have you gotten too old to be in the club partying like you used to? What they say, party like it was back in 1999. My personal thoughts, I feel like this. When you standing in the middle of the club and you don't know what fucking playing on the radio, you don't know what the DJ playing, this motherfucker over there be, I don't know if y'all know what song I'm talking about, but yeah. That's what I feel like I have gotten too goddamn old. No.
Pooh Shiesty.
That's who it is?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know
But
that.
you know that bird come from Gucci Mane first.
Well, yeah, Gucci Mane was the Birdman. Icy cold. But I still feel like when I'm standing in this motherfucker and I'm looking around and I see all these motherfuckers dancing to this shit and I'm like, what in the blue fuck is y'all doing?
Right.
It's time for me to get the fuck out of there.
Some of them dances you can do is real easy like that. That ain't nothing. You can do that.
Fuck was that? Do it. Wait a minute. Do that again.
Please do.
What the hell is that?
Knock the head off. I don't know what they be saying.
None of us know.
I just call the body. Call him Randy Moss.
Okay. Maybe I'm too old to be in the club then.
See what I'm saying?
I have no idea what he's talking about.
like a motherfucker on that shit. I mean, don't get me wrong. I fuck with some of the young guns. You know what I'm saying? But in the same manner, it's like some of this new shit, man.
I'm trying to think of the name of them.
And I'm not hating on the young rapper. You know what I'm saying? Because I hear a lot of samples and shit from old school music, like normal. You know.
They got a whole dance going on behind this shit.
They don't dance though, so.
Hey, what they say, gangsta don't dance, we boogie.
Yeah, I put a boogie now. I don't dance. I stand there. Ooh.
You know, shit, sometimes you got to groove to the motherfucking mode.
There's no dancing there.
But I mean, I know you try to stay hip with the young culture, but I don't. I'm just be honest with you. I try to keep up with shit that catches my ear.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, I know some. I'm put it like this: it's certain spots I know that I used to go to back in my 20s. I don't have no business in right now.
I agree with that.
That's just how I feel.
I'm gonna say it just like this.
What's up?
We was talking a few minutes ago, and we said change is good, right? Okay, all right. Change is also good in music. You know what I mean? The same things that we were listening to, our parents or whatever, they didn't understand either. You know what I'm saying? But we felt it. You know what I'm saying? We were like, oh, this the shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just the same thing. These kids, they got a different little vibe about it. You know what I'm saying? We may not understand it, but I mean, for me, music, I take it for, for what it's worth. You know what I mean? It's if you start to read too much into it, then you know what I'm saying. Then it's no good. None of it really.
Just listen, and if the shit is good, it's good. I agree with that.
Good is good. You know, a lot of it is just the beat. You know what I'm saying? That
catches.
Yeah, I never forget the video of the dude that the little girl. She was in the kitchen, and she said, "The cocoa."
The cocoa. I'm in love with the Coco.
I'm in love with the Coco.
I ain't hear that one about that.
That's
I'm in love. She was in there with the Coco cereal. He done backslapped the girl. You ain't loving no damn Coco around here.
Nah, it ain't
but see,
seen
that was her daddy
So it-
showing her the difference.
But no, but see, that was innocent. She didn't know what the Coco was.
That's what I'm
Right,
saying.
okay.
Like we don't
You
know
see
half
what I'm
what
saying?
shit these motherfuckers talking
Yeah,
about.
she talking about Coco Puff.
Yeah, it's totally.
Just like I hear the terminology gang violence all the time
Mm.
with these young cats. I'm like, man, what the fuck you calling me gang violence for? Nigga, I ain't in no gang and I ain't doing no violence. What the fuck this shit supposed to mean? And to this day, still ain't figured out what the fuck it mean.
What does it mean? I don't understand.
I don't know.
Mm.
It's like, shit, if y'all young folks could help us out, let me know.
What does that?
But I don't know what the fuck that mean. I don't know if that's a new terminology for
For
saying
what?
my partner or what. I don't know. But they just shit, what's up, gang violence? Nigga, I ain't in no gang, motherfucker.
I ain't heard it.
No, I haven't heard that either.
Shit, I mean, I try to keep my ear to the streets a little bit. You know?
Amen.
I ain't too old, but I ain't too young either.
Mhm.
You know, but I mean, I look at shit nowadays, man. It's like, I remember when I was partying in the club, and I'm gonna say early 2000s. It was more about the fun shit.
Mm.
You know, motherfucker go in there, it would lean with it, rock with it. You know what I'm saying? Walk it out, shit like that. You know, some motherfucker going in the club having fun.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Whether you had a dance crew or you didn't, it didn't matter. You know, back like it was in the 80s and shit.
See, even a lot of those songs had, you know, different messages. You know what I'm saying? Lean with it. You don't think they were talking about the lean, the drink? You know what I'm
Shit,
saying?
it was
Right,
lean.
you know.
Lean with it, rock with it was just a dance.
Not so much.
Not so much.
So y'all saying it different.
Yeah,
That
they was glorifying.
They were going flying the lean, the syrup.
Okay. All
I mean, now don't get me wrong. I know syrup came from the Texas scene, and you had 3-6 Mafia was sipping on the scissor. I got what they were talking about, because they talking about sipping on the shit. It's the slow down method. It's the promethazine, the motherfucking hydrocodone, and shit like that. I got that part of it. But now when I go to listening to the motherfucking franchise boy, and they talking about lean with it, rock with it.
Oh, you thought they were just talking about lean?
No,
with
it's just
it,
a
right?
dance. That's the way I looked at it.
Okay.
They just like walk it out. So you mean tell me walking out got a hidden meaning too?
All of them got another little message though. At
Oh,
the
yeah?
end, yeah, come on.
Oh.
Them dudes saying something, but they saying something.
Okay.
They ain't all just
Coded
talking about-
messages.
Walk it out. goddamn.
Now what I don't like, let me put it like this, is that I know motherfuckers say imitation is flattery, right?
Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
Exactly.
I see a lot of these cats out here, man, and I heard Snoop speak on this, where he was talking about the mumble rap.
Mm-hmm.
And the mumble rap, some people attribute to the Migos. You know, the Migos, yeah, they had their own style, but I seen a lot of these new cats out here come out and they jack the Migos style. Now, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it because you do what you gotta do to make it. But I see a lot of niggas that's done it. I just remember back in my gap when I was growing up on how niggas had their way of rapping. You know what I'm saying? You look at the East Coast had their way, West Coast had their way, then you come down to the Dirty South had their way. You know what I'm saying?
The best way.
Which, I'm with you.
Yeah.
South is the best way.
Yeah.
Second to me is the West Coast.
I think everybody take a little something from, you know what I'm saying, from everybody. You know what I mean? To come up with maybe a unique style or whatever. Migos is not unique. You know what I'm saying?
They ain't started mumble rap.
No, they got it from somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm put it like this. They were the first one to put it on the map like they did.
Like,
Yeah, they mainstreamed it like a motherfucker.
well, yeah,
Maybe
but that don't mean that they the originators.
I ain't saying that. Just like Michael Jackson wasn't the originator of the moonwalk. You know what I'm saying? But in the same respect, who you attribute?
if
who
you say
attri-
moonwalk, who people think? It's automatically
Michael Jackson. You know, but he didn't come up with that. He got that from somebody else. He got that from a pop locking group. Whether motherfuckers know it or not. But I look at it like this. If you're going to be original, be original. If you're going to be a copycat, you're going to be a copycat. But see, it's going to show you in the long run that a copycat ain't going to last. I.e. design.
Now, King Solomon, Proverbs. I hate to go biblical, but that's my thing.
But you go with it.
Proverbs say there's nothing new under the sun.
Right.
Nothing. Everything, cars, it was wagons before that.
Yeah.
Before they were chariots or something, or whatever it was something
Yeah.
that attributed to carrying goods and people from A to B.
Yeah.
You know. So,
Oh, yeah. I'm
nothing
with
new
you
under
on
the
that.
sun now. And he ain't just originating nothing out the blue and shit.
No.
Right.
You know, matter can neither be created nor destroyed.
It's only transferred.
From one thing to another.
Right.
So exactly. So that's why I don't get caught up in all the hoopla and the hype of talking about, you know, different styles and things of that nature, because like I say, everybody take influences from different places, you know what I'm saying? You don't know where you get it, and you use it, and you come together, bring it all together, and you can sometimes come up with something what you may call unique.
Different.
Maybe a little different.
Yeah. Unique-ish, you know. So my nigga name Unique, Joe Unique, shouts out. But it's different. You know
Yeah.
Now speaking for the club manner, like me, like I say, I'm not hip to going to a lot of these new spots out here in the Jacktown. I ain't gonna say they new. I'm gonna say some of these spots out here where the young kids hang out at. I'm not messing with no M-Bar too tough. One, y'all motherfuckers shoot too much. But number two, I like to fuck with an older crowd of people, more sensible head of people. And sometimes that music is not necessarily what the young crowd want to hear.
But they ain't coming in good.
You know what I'm saying? So I look at it like, say, for instance, like with y'all say y'all don't really mess with the blues too tough. Now, this new blues ain't like the old blues. A lot of this shit is like trail riding, motherfucking line dancing ass songs when it comes to the new blues. You know, you get cats like Arthur Young out here with the Funky 40, shit like that. Now, see, you might have some older heads say that ain't the blues. That's R&B, that's rhythm and blues. You know, some people say just the blues, ain't nobody, Bobby Bland, B.B. King, Highland Wolf, Muddy Water, stuff like that.
Look at them.
You know?
But think about this now. Everything, I don't care what it is, and we talking about music and blues now, but everything has a graduation. It graduates to where we are today.
Right.
So I don't think anybody should say something isn't something. Like they were trying to say, "Oh boy, it was a country."
Lil Nas X.
It's a graduation.
Yeah.
Of though. You know, it's a graduation. He was mixing one with the other.
Yeah, I can.
He mixed the style with rap.
Yeah.
The country theme with rap.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a graduation.
I can dig that too.
Nothing wrong with that.
It's still music though. It's still art.
Is that you got your purists that'll feel like, you know, this is what country music should represent, or this is what whatever type of music should represent. But then you got ones that was influenced by it. They're gonna put their own spin to it.
And that was old boy that we just mentioned, dude. But yeah. It is what it is. Yeah. It's still art. It's still music. You can put it whatever label you want. The man's still rich. So how about that?
I can dig that too. You know what I'm saying? I look at it like this. Lil Nas X to me wasn't country. He blended country with hip hop.
Yep.
He did like Nelly and Tim McGraw did.
But it was a blend though, right? Because of the style was country-ish. Yeah. But he was rapping. Yeah. Therefore, but yet it's still though I couldn't have been both genres.
And that's what the whole goal was with him. Correct. It was supposed to be both genres.
And it actually ended up being whether they recognize him or not.
Right.
So the question was, when is the time to know when your time is up in the club?
Yeah.
There is no time.
There is no time.
For you to give up the club. The only time that I would say it's time for me personally to leave the club, or you know, if I see my kids or some kids that young, you know, too young for me to be around. Okay, now this ain't the crowd that I need to be around. So and then you can party with them sometimes. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Most of them they love to see me party.
I believe
that. You a fool
for a little while, you know. Anyway, but I ain't gonna party with them for long.
Yeah.
I give them a little taste and then I'm gone.
Yeah, you ain't finna close the club down with
No, hell no. It's not
what featuring act.
Not what it's supposed to be.
Hey man, I look at it like I say it like this. Speaking personally, it's been time for me to leave the club scene in that manner. You know, I do remember.
It's time for you to leave the club scene.
It's been time. Like
all together.
Yeah, not like saying like it's. I should stop having my fun. No,
I'm trying to catch a little Boosie at Aces tonight.
Look, I'm putting it like this. I know I ain't fucking with that.
Shit.
Cause you got something.
Why you bullshitting?
Why you rush?
Well, see, some people look at things different. I've always been a
They
big
got a
genre.
VIP left. I'm in it, nigga.
Hey, call these motherfuckers.
Right now. Say as soon as the camera go out, we call it.
Hell you
Y'all got a
mean?
booth left from Nickel.
Hey,
Hell you talking about?
I look at it like
Man,
this.
I'm breathing. I'm living.
Right.
Shit, ain't nothing wrong
I
with
ain't
it.
fucking dead.
Do you?
I ain't saying
You want to see
nothing
Lil
wrong with it.
Boosie? Keep the party going.
Keep
Hey.
the party going.
Keep the part. What he said.
Yeah, man.
But no, I was on some real shit, man. I was like, okay, Boosie and Ace. I get it.
Smoke those too.
But see, boy, you stupid. Boy, you stupid.
We smoke those too.
Look,
Don't
man.
smoke that goddamn VIP section at the Aces, goddamn. Shit, like that motherfucker up.
Hey, shit.
Watch and see, huh?
I don't know, man. I just feel like, bro, it was time.
Listen
for
and
me.
learn, my nigga.
When motherfuckers stopped getting to the point where they was actually going to the club to have fun and really just pick up on chicks, and all they were going to the club for was the beef with other niggas, I said, man, it was time for me to go.
But that's on them, though.
I don't
Fuck
think that's
them.
the case though.
But that's on them.
I don't
Hey.
think that's the case.
You
I
always
think
had- see, you
I
always
don't
had
think
them.
nobody going to the club
You always had
to
that.
beef. I
Some
think
people are.
No.
There's some motherfuckers in there drinking ice water waiting to whoop our ass.
Well, I'm
That's
just,
it.
well, I think what happens is you probably happen to see the motherfucker at the club. I ain't going to the motherfucker club saying, and then some may do say, oh, this nigga say he gonna be over here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, but most times it just,
But man, be honest.
to me, I think it's like coincidence.
Nah, ain't no coincidence, man.
Some motherfuckers looking for beef now.
Yeah, just keep it real. Most motherfuckers already know.
but that ain't got nothing to do with you, though.
Ain't got nothing to do with me.
You got beef with somebody? I don't.
Nah, I don't.
I don't know. I don't really care.
I don't care.
I worry about that later. When it happened, I figure it out then. If I want to be somewhere, I'm going to go there. If Boo said motherfucking Aces and I want a VIP booth, I'm calling the head. Hey, niggas, you know what I'm saying? Go credit card number, whatever I need to do. Let's goddamn get it going.
Let's get it popping.
Hey, I can dig
You
it.
think I'm worried about a nigga?
Well, I mean, I ain't saying you worried about it, nigga. I'm just saying that, you know, it's good to keep your eyes open. That's what I say.
Keep
For
your
what?
eyes. Shit, I'm going to keep my. You going to keep your eyes open.
Yeah, now,
I'm just saying. What I'm saying
I ain't
is,
even worried about them.
I can keep my eyes on, but I mean, if I'm coming in here for a good time, I
Have a good time.
ain't thinking about no motherfucking nigga over here now. If this nigga get fucking pissed off that I'm throwing money or I'm shining or I fuck around and bump into his ass.
It'll be hard to bump into me because I'm going to be in the VIP section.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
So you got to be looking for the beat.
I mean, I look at it like this though. To me, and I see so much, and I want to speak on this too. And it's kind of a segue of what we're talking about. It's as much violence as it is going on out here, especially in the streets of Jackson, man. Like, we up to like freaking 50 fucking homicides, and we ain't even made it 6 months into the year yet, because the young cats, man, don't have no respect for nothing no more. You know what I'm saying? I get it. You know what I'm saying? You got your own cars, you got your own shit going down. I get that part.
That's on them, though.
Yeah, it is. You know what I'm saying? But I
You don't
also,
want to be caught in the crossfire.
that's what I'm saying. Like, why is it like, if you really want a motherfucker, if you really want to do something to a motherfucker, it's a way to do it. And the way to do it is just man up and step to a motherfucker.
Well, goddamn, you creating the beef, though.
No, I'm just saying, like, if I got a beef with a motherfucker, I'm not finna have to go spray no whole block just to get to one motherfucker.
You want to
Like,
stand in the bushes with a sniper rifle?
nah, I'm gonna call you out. What's up, bro? Like, you talking all these yin yang, let's handle this. I got the fisticuffs, let's go.
Fisticuffs?
Yeah.
They really doing that.
Nah, they ain't doing it. I'm saying me. But
Queensberry rules, goddamn
Well,
it.
see, that's where you fucked up.
why you say that?
They ain't doing this shit.
Cause
No more.
ain't nobody coming with no fisticuffs.
They ain't doing this shit no more like Jack Johnson.
So what I'm
No,
saying is,
no,
that's
that's
why I
not-
say
Jack
I said
Johnson
for a
going.
second. Why is it? Why would y'all think that is it now that these niggas are not coming to fisticuffs no more versus that everything is boom boom pop pop?
Cause their daddy was a punk.
Damn, dog. I don't know about all that, but
Oh wow, that's a motherfucking statement. Expound on that.
kids
From
learn
your
from the streets
perspective.
too. Now, they ain't just got to learn from their daddy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying. Okay, the streets was punks.
Whoever they was around,
The streets
it's fear.
gravitated toward this fear mongering
Mm,
that's
that
being
is-
perpetuated on us.
Mm.
And now I look at you more so is not a brother, but more of an adversary.
Yeah, I knew you was going.
You know what I'm saying? So now, if anything that pops off, I'm not looking at you and I'm not saying, excuse me, my brother.
This motherfucker over there with the Apple Watch and shit.
Me mugging each other.
Bottles and shit.
You know what I'm saying?
This motherfucker.
If I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. If I bump into you in the club, you got a problem with me, I'm gonna buy you and your whole crew a drink.
Oh, about that now.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck it.
But then again, you never.
You know what I mean? If that's what it takes.
Yeah, man. Fuck it.
I ain't with the beef, bro.
I need broke ass niggas to drink.
Yeah, I ain't with the beef. You know what I mean?
Hey, that emoji there.
I'm about. Look, let me tell you something. If we can't get back to love,
we can't,
and respect, then we doomed.
But see, that's the thing.
And I'm looking at if we can't do it, what the fuck are our kids gonna do?
Well, see,
I mean, it's gonna be sure enough fucked up.
So you saying that our younger generation is learning from us, and we don't have the same love that
I think they got. I think they know more. I think they get along a whole lot more than what we do. Because I look at now, from when I came up, we couldn't even move like in different little, like you couldn't go from neighborhoods or even little cities without having beef. Now these kids are. They connected on social media. They connecting with each other. You know what I'm saying? And they reaching out to each other on some more of a friendship type of level versus some type of animosity type level.
Well, I mean, I would agree with that. They are more connected, especially through this social media thing. But that's also some of the downfall because you make your beef easier through this social media shit too.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
But all that is life.
It is.
It's been going on before. It just wasn't easy to reach out and get at a motherfucker.
Well, see, I think what it is now, it's just me. If a motherfucker really back in the gap, really wanted to reach out and touch a motherfucker, they actually went out and touched the motherfucker.
They had to go from their neighborhood
to this other neighborhood, which you had to
find the motherfucker.
Yeah, you had to want a certain respect to walk through this neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Because one, just think about how it used to be back in the day.
Well, depends on what damn neighborhood you talking about.
That's what I'm finna say.
And the vice lords didn't walk down from the hill and go to the gangster neighborhood or vice versa. That
And then too,
everybody stayed where they was.
And before you pulled some stuff, you had to get permission from the elders. You couldn't just walk in and say, I'm finna go do this without no repercussions.
Look here, little player.
Look here, little dog. Oh, you want to do this? Okay, you gotta have my permission to do this.
Them damn lies too.
Wait a minute.
I ain't had get no motherfucking permission from now elder. You ain't either. If you want to do something, I had just as much heat as the elders.
Yeah, you
we
did.
wasn't giving a fuck about no elders.
But now, if you had that respect level like it used to be, you
I'm just saying you got beef, bro. We talking about beef.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? When you got beef with somebody,
you don't give a fuck with nobody.
They ain't give a fuck with nobody.
You finna handle it.
Okay, just say for instance, I would rewatch.
You tell the elder, motherfucker, you can get it too.
Okay.
That's how we was, same way.
Right.
So everybody talking about how much different it is, ain't that much motherfucking different.
I'm agreeing with that. Yeah, I just think that it's easier to reach out and argue back and forth with a motherfucker because of social media. But if you want to get at a motherfucker today, you gonna get them just like you did back in the 80s when we were teenagers.
Yeah, ain't that much different, man. I see
let me
all the shit that y'all talking about that's happening today. This shit been happening the same way years and years and years ago, man.
So I want to bring
this shit ain't nothing new, man. Ken, motherfucker, Little Chicago, motherfucker was goddamn doing the shit that Jackson, same way. Motherfucker, Wood Street, motherfucker, all these motherfuckers. Man, this shit ain't nothing changed, man. Shit was still getting the fuck down, bro.
Man, I ain't say it wouldn't. I just said it was done in a more respectful manner as far as like how you operated and moved.
Oh, excuse me. Let me shoot this nigga in the face.
Nah, I'm not saying that, but you stupid.
Why you stupid as hell?
You stupid by
This nigga said, excuse me.
Excuse me, sir.
Excuse me.
Nah,
I'm about to fire a weapon upon this gentleman over here. In his face.
I mean,
so
we make it like
it's okay with you.
Is it okay with you?
Is it okay with you if I shoot this nigga? Nah,
this
okay.
gentleman.
All right, I want to bring up something.
Respectful now.
Okay.
Don't call him a nigga.
I don't know if everybody done watched the movie Black. What is it? Shit. Judas and the Black Messiah.
I ain't still ain't.
And they had a little part in that movie where the Black Panther Party out of Chicago, Fred Hampton, came into the Crowns organization in a building. And one of the dudes had a beef with one of the dudes that were portraying to be a Black Panther, which was the Judas. And he was like, "That's the motherfucker that stole so and so car." Dude walked over, an elder in the Crown smacked him. Said, "You know not to speak out of turn."
Wow. So the dude that spoke out of turn was the punk.
No, I'm not saying that he
That's
was
what I
a
heard.
punk. What I'm saying is that was respecting hierarchy in the situation. So he told him, said, "Look."
But you smacked me though.
Yeah, he smacked him, backhanded. Said, "Nigga, you know not to speak out of turn."
I don't know what the respect is. You walk over to a nigga and smack him though.
That was the movies.
But it was the movie. Hey, it's like 3 days later, that nigga was dead. Goddamn.
Yeah, movies.
But see, I'm also like this too, because
when in 3 days,
it's like if you got out of
me in front of everybody.
Yeah,
in front of me.
All he did was bag up.
Nigga slapped me in front of me.
Right.
You know, I'm like,
slap me though.
When
in front of me.
No.
When it gets to the point like this,
I ain't finna do shit, but you slap me
sometimes
though.
we speak on police in our own neighborhoods, right? We talk about how we don't need such and such and such and such in our own
Call my
neighborhood.
auntie in Chicago. I got to come up there. I'm in a little trouble.
Man, it's a hierarchy within the neighborhoods now. It's OGs and
But
and
these
things
little
in
young
the
niggas ain't
neighborhood.
listening to the OG no more.
This is like I'm telling you, it's the same way. I wasn't listening.
Nobody didn't.
I
But let me
wasn't
ask you this: if you wasn't listening to the OGs back in the day,
I felt like I could take the OGs. Nigga, you old, bro. I ain't listening to you no
This
more.
is our turn.
I'm doing this.
It's our turn.
is that one of the main reasons why we got so much going on from the past now?
Nah, the OGs ain't the OGs. Look, I'm the OG. I'm on the porch.
So
literally.
So you on the porch, you're an OG. Do you try to talk to the young G's and be like, "Yo, hey man, what y'all doing out there?"
Yeah, but they ain't listening though.
You try to tell them how to move. You
But
try to
they
tell
ain't
them
listening though.
how
That's what I
to
know
move
from personal
in the
experience.
street.
Yeah, I'm an OG in my city, in my town, Canton, Mississippi. I'm an OG.
They ain't gonna fuck with you.
No, they ain't nobody fuck with me. But
they ain't gonna motherfucker goddamn
they ain't
listen
just
to you
listening to you, man.
necessarily
I
either.
tell them to do this or do that.
They'll be like, okay, yeah.
Okay,
And then go right around the corner and do what the fuck they want to
let
do.
me ask this. Okay, just breaking it off of like where the Crips was born in, and you had Tookie Williams them back in the day. Just off of my research, I don't know him personally. You know what I'm saying? But if a motherfucker dude or a young G stepped out of line, the OGs handled it. They came in and they reprimanded that. They reprimanded that young G. I'm not saying
I wasn't there with Tookie Williams. Only thing I'm telling you what the fuck I did.
So
Tookie Williams and all these motherfuckers, they ain't no different than what the fuck we did and do every fucking day.
I'm not saying
they ain't no fucking different.
I'm not saying they are.
They ain't been put maybe per se put on a pedestal because of their status or things of that nature, but this shit happening every day, bro. You got Tookie Williams in every motherfucking neighborhood
you do
in the United States.
So what I'm saying here like this, I give you another person that actually brought this up, and I don't really fuck with him too tough, but it was a dude by the name of Charleston White, and he was talking to MC8 and a couple more cats on MC8 and them podcast, and he was like, man, if the OGs would just step up and really like mentor these young G's out here, maybe it won't be so much violence and
what
killing.
does the word mentor mean? Talking to them is not it. You got to give them something to do other than the bullshit.
Yeah, and that's what he was speaking on. He was speaking
And
on.
if you're not in a position to create something tangible
for them to do, and
for these guys to do,
income,
talk is just what it is.
It's talk.
It's just what it is. You gotta be in a position to say, look, hey, little bro, I can take you out of this situation and put you in a better situation,
and then do it.
Yeah. Now you got something to stand on.
Yeah.
If you just out here running your mouth up in your gun,
man,
folks say, man, ain't nobody trying to hear that.
So, all right,
Come
if
on,
that's
man.
the goddamn case, then I'm gonna bring it to something else. And it's speaking on the same realm, but I'm gonna bring it to you. The same thing on the religious platform. When you have the preacher sitting in there talking about that you could do this and you could do that and God can save you and God can save you and do that and that, and ain't nobody listening to him, why do we get a preacher so much flack behind it? Because he ain't upholding his so-called duty. If we not gonna hold the OGs responsible, why we hold the preachers responsible?
Because they put themselves in that position.
The OG put themselves in that position too.
No.
Yeah, they did.
Man, the preacher is receiving a building. He got money. He got cars. He got a house. He's being furnished income by the community.
Right.
The OGs ain't being furnished income by the community. He's making his own income. So he's doing his own thing.
I get it.
Now, when my mama go to this particular church, your mama go to this particular, and then your cousins and your family, your friends, people in the neighborhood go to this church. They chip into this church. That man is being propped up by the community. Therefore, he needs to do something for that.
For the community.
Okay.
You getting paid, nigga. Do your job.
Exactly.
Okay.
How about that? Let me just break it down.
It comes the same like this.
You getting
Now,
paid?
if you
do
got
your job.
the OGs out and they done did what they did in the hood and they got the respect of the young G's. Okay, you got the respect, but only because of the work that you put in.
Right.
Now you no longer respecting my work as an OG because you don't want to listen to me. And it's the same thing that
They listen.
We listen, but you ain't doing no different. So now there's really no correlation to say that, well, the pastor is being put in this position to say that, well, you're being furnished this, furnished this, furnished that.
Well,
When the OG is out there, he done did and put in his work, which furnished and laid groundwork for these young G's.
What you want me to? So what you want me?
Established whether something not established.
But so
That
what?
street shit ain't established like that. It ain't no. That's just not established. That's not
But
something.
how did an OG become a? How did a young G become an OG?
Because most time he done put in work.
Put in
And
work.
now you done got old and you sitting back and you done did all your dirt and now you want to tell me, point the finger at me because I'm doing the same shit that you used to do.
Right now I'm a piece of shit.
Exactly.
But watch
Come
this
on.
though.
I'm doing the same shit.
But now ain't nothing wrong with telling the brother, hey,
man.
you don't have to go that path.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
you
up to
learn
them.
from
It's
your
up to them.
mistakes.
But now it's really that's really a hard thing to do.
How?
If you gotta motherfucker practice what you preach.
Look,
You gotta put the work
You
in,
said it
and then
yourself.
like you say, it ain't no situation where you got this platform or you got everybody propping you up. You know what I'm
you
saying?
are.
You just a voice in the
Just a
community.
dude that did some things. Everybody respect what you did. They respect who you are. You chilling. They don't fuck with you because of that. They respect that. Other than that,
Hey,
you ain't been propped up by the system
Exactly.
that you got set in place.
oh, now I understand that completely. But
let me grab this.
but in the same,
Yeah. Okay.
Super Bean coming, you already know I'm coming. And you know if I'ma do it big. Yeah. You know I'm good in any hood. Yeah. They ask me I'm alright, you know I'm alright, I'm okay.
If we gon' do it, we gon' do it. We gon' do it big. If I'ma shoot it, I'ma shoot it. I don't fucking miss. I don't fucking miss. Ain't no fucking bitch. My whole crew got sticks. Bulletproof vest, extra clip. I whip it good, get a little more. That's that extra shit. Put a little baking soda in it. Ride with my windows tinted. Nigga can't see me. Nigga wanna beat me. Nigga wanna do what I do. Man, this shit easy. Just like a free throw. Nigga, I'm 2 for 2. 2 seconds left from the shot clock. My head red in the drop top. The wheel still spinning on motherfucker. Jumped out drunker than a motherfucker. The airbag came out there be a total. And I got the world on my shoulders. I'm the best, ain't nothing less. Now I got the world on notice. How you doing? We okay. We okay. Wanna buy some? We okay. We okay. Your price too high, I ain't gon' lie. I ain't about to buy that shit. It getting late and she ain't come through. You better fight that bitch. No call, no show. Put money on the hoe. Throw it to the ceiling. Watch it fall to the floor. If the money on the floor, there's a whole money. Nigga wanna jack me, you ain't taking nothing from me. I'm smarter than a motherfucker, I ain't no dummy. Keep stacking money till it ain't nothing funny. How you doing? We okay. We okay. Wanna buy some? We okay. Wanna buy some? We okay. I'ma tell you right now. We okay. Tell you right now. We okay. You can get it right now. We okay. Right now. Get it right now. We okay. I'm good. Pocket full of blue faces. Can't trust a nigga cause they two-faced. The police hopped out the van. Get a conviction, no evidence. We do what we gotta do, trying to advance. Chrome 9mm tucked in my pants. No, we ain't live right, get drunk every night. Niggas always shoot, ducking bullets every night. I'm good in the hood, keep my shit on. Nigga, I wish you would. I used to slang in the project. Riding in the car, ain't ball yet. You just sit in the trail, stars to fire. Hustle all night, nigga, they ain't no lie. The police come, everybody run, make a little money. money. Everybody stunning. Got a little something. Came from nothing. Got a short fuse, don't push my button. Ain't tryna step on nobody's toe. You ain't tryna tell me about a hoe. What I look like. Can't fool me on good night. Rockabye, baby. Can't nobody save me. Tell a nigga good night. Nigga, what your life like? Mine's real. Hustle on late night. Tryna pay these bills. Nigga wanna buy some, hell nah. Nigga wanna try some, hell nah. Nigga, I been down for too long. Nigga, I deserve the ball. Yeah. How you doing? We okay. We okay. Wanna buy some? We okay. Wanna buy some? We okay. I'ma tell you right now. We okay. I'ma tell you right now. We okay. You can get it right now. We okay. Right now. Get it right now. We okay. I'm good.
Okay.
Manner is like this. When you are OG in the hood, and you got the voice to be able to speak to these younger individuals and say, listen, I made these mistakes, and I can tell you how not to make these mistakes to do what I did. You know,
on many occasions, hired niggas, talk to niggas.
Let's do this.
Looked out on niggas.
But now, it's somewhere that there's a communication gap. I get it. You might not respect the OG because they ain't out here doing what you doing. As far as the young G, I'm just saying.
They respect. I think this is what you're missing right here. At the end of the day, an OG in a community is not a person who's being propped up by the community. The OG is a person who has done things. That's it. He's done things. He get respect for that. People respect what he's done.
I get you.
He ain't constantly getting his notes and his house and rent paid and his car paid for and his suits paid for from the community.
So, do you think, let me ask you this. I'm going to ask you this. Do you think if he was being, the young G's, it upholded the OGs like the community does a pastor, would that make a difference?
All right, now I can come to the same point and the point that I made to folks around me all the time. This is the deal. All right, if the gangs were situated to the point where there was a fucking paycheck coming through, and the OG was the boss man, and their check was coming from him, and their livelihood was coming from him, then his position will be stronger. If my livelihood is, if these young cats that are around me, my neighborhood there, over from the old project, Kansas State and shit, right on that corner, where I grew up and where I live, where my house is, right? The cats come through there and fuck with me sometimes, a lot of times, and talk, chop it up, drink, fuck off, whatever. All right, now they come through there, and they hired by me. I am furnishing them an income.
Right.
I am furnishing their life because I'm giving them a check every week.
Right.
Now all of a sudden what I say is more important. But if I'm not furnishing you a life, I'm not giving you an income, a way to pay for your whatever, then yes.
Then fuck what I say.
It's not fuck what he say. It's more like I gotta do me. I understand what old player said.
I get you.
But I still gotta do me. Now if old player, like myself for instance, was every week they could come to my house and get a check.
Yeah.
All of a sudden them niggas listening.
Exactly.
Let them niggas get $400-$500 a week from me.
Exactly.
Then all of a sudden that shit mean more.
Or not even that. If you was showing them a way or paving a way, you know what I'm saying?
And that way produced though.
And that way producing.
They gotta produce. Then they'll.
Oh man, you can really make a difference.
But
now if you just
talking.
If you just a bunch of talk, come on, man.
Bullshit run a marathon. Talk run a marathon.
Yeah. I can dig it. Cause don't.
So this is where we're at. I mean, if people want to figure out how to curtail it, and did, especially if you want to put it on the OGs, come on, bro. I mean, that's just like putting the plight of the black community on entertainers and athletes.
It's their fault, man.
Because they ain't.
They got a voice though.
They ain't broke back to the community.
But see, this what a lot of motherfuckers
You can't put that on them.
That's
not the onus. That's too big.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Because
that's what David Banner was saying. It's just too big a problem. Let's just say, what did he say? I got $1 million to put out there if I did.
Yeah.
What did he say? You showed me the video. Yeah. I got $1 million. How many houses they gonna buy?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, I can't take care of my whole community with no $1 million.
No.
It sounds like a fucking shit ton, but it ain't in the long run.
At the end of the day, man, it's only gonna go.
How much water can we buy? I can't buy enough water for Jackson for the year with no $1 million.
This is what.
But now if you got a organization and a conglomerate of people coming together,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
And see, that's one thing that the OGs
then that's different. And if you got the OGs that's a conglomerate, saying, hey, we gonna take back the block, but then you know what I'm saying? If you gonna come that way, then it's gonna be a lot of animosity. So, you gotta come to people on their level.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? You can't come to nobody. I can't come over here to your house and tell you what the fuck you gonna do.
No, not what I'm gonna do. It's advice.
If I
it's different.
I know that, but
if you ain't paying for it,
exactly. But now if I come over
here
here
and tell him, hey, Terry, do this, and then it's gonna be $10,000, and then you give him that $10,000.
Now,
get what you got. Terry be like,
okay,
what you say again?
Now.
Yeah. No,
wouldn't you know?
It's not gonna be that I'm listening.
It's
gonna be like
nigga paying for what he asked you to do.
Well, see, this is the thing. It's like
and it makes sense.
It's just like it's like a job. If a motherfucker come in and give me $10,000 and say, "Hey, look, fix your foundation," okay, fix my foundation. But if a motherfucker walk over here and say, "Hey, your foundation need fixed,"
and then walk off.
No, not even walk off. But look, I know this guy, like we were talking earlier. I know this guy that does foundation. This is there. I'm gonna hook you up with him. Blah 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 blah. You don't know what type of money I got in my pocket, because that's not your job to know that. But if you can hook me up with that resource, and I'm like, okay, bam, I know my foundation.
But then you hook them up with the resource to get the income to get it. Now you got an ear.
Now that I will give you that, but at the same time, you got this right here. You got somebody like LeBron James.
The kids want guidance, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But now,
you got somebody like LeBron James to give you that.
But with guidance, these kids also have needs.
Mm-hmm. Of course, we all got needs.
Monetary.
And families have needs.
Of course.
So
we all got that.
At the end of the day, if you ain't talking that type of language, then you bumping your gums. Really?
Not really.
If you ain't coming through with this,
what the old folks used to say, a hard head make a soft ass. Yeah. Because you gotta learn.
But they ain't gonna be soft.
Okay. They don't give a fuck.
I know. Right now they not giving a fuck.
Hey, they got a bus going to the penitentiary right now.
And that's part of the fucking problem.
Was today Saturday? Yeah. I think that was Thursday. I'm joking, man.
Oh, so real shit is like this. See, we
probably Thursday.
When you brought up the athletes and entertainment, you got LeBron James, right? LeBron James is a voice out here in these streets for the youth. They listen to LeBron James. They listen to him. They do. Don't get me wrong. Now,
who listen to him?
You got okay. If you want to become a star athlete,
yeah,
you gonna listen to.
We talking about niggas on the street.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You got niggas out here.
LeBron James ain't stopped now. Nigga on the street.
All right, I'll give you a prime example. I'll give you a prime example right here. Okay.
Now,
I'll give you a prime example.
Hey man, LeBron said, "Don't sell this dope," so we got to go and just throw it in the trash.
No, I ain't saying LeBron said that. But have y'all ever heard of a story of an old school guy that was out, and he was a prominent dope boy in the hood? He seen a kid that could make it in basketball, just say for instance, and he said, "No, y'all don't fuck with him, cause he got potential to get out of here." He not what you say. He will finance. He might buy him shoes. He might do this. He might do that. Right?
Different though.
That's what I'm saying. It's
spending change.
Okay, he's spending money on shoes. And shit,
nigga should have mama rent paid or something.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
That nigga gonna listen now. Mama gonna make sure he listen.
I completely understand that. Shit. But then you also have others that have came back that we sit back and listen to now as old school motherfuckers, and we be like, oh, now I see what they were talking about. So what I'm saying is now we in a position now where the younger generation versus the older generation, where we've been living up to where we at now, we getting the message too late.
Yeah, hindsight is always
2020.
So you know what I mean?
Well,
a lot of people that's on that bus that left Thursday. They wish they would have
Listen.
They wish they'd have thought about the shit.
One bullet ago, I could have been good.
I'm
I could have been in Nissan.
Exactly.
Shit, I could have been WL. Goddamn it. What you call that other one? Kia Sarah, whatever the name that
I
building
don't
is.
know what it is, but
Shit.
look, you asking too much of
No, I'm not.
of the streets.
Of a man who I did my thing, yes. Alright. I fucks with my peoples or folks or whatever it is, right? Cool. But at the end of the day, without having income generated to them, they not gonna listen.
Not gonna listen.
They'll well, you know what? They'll listen, but they ain't.
Yeah, they gonna listen, but it's just like in one ear and out the other.
Yeah, so they didn't listen.
Same way I was with everybody that ever tried to talk to me. My parents, my sisters, brothers, aunts, uncles, friends,
partners,
OGs, partners. You ain't listen to none of that shit.
Nah, because if they ain't providing no check, it's good information though, you know.
And you would take it in.
Yeah, and then 20 years later,
you would take it in,
you know
but
what?
then you gonna go
to wherever you going, goddamn it. You know, say still sell that whatever, or do that whatever, break in, or rob, or shoot. Because at the end of the day,
my sister, she had a big thing. We'd be sitting out, and we'd be drinking our beers or whatever. We'd be out on the front stoop or whatever, and we'd be drinking, and her big thing was, y'all gonna drink, but at least y'all just put it in a cup. And that was her thing.
man,
Put it in a cup. And we used to call her we used to say, here come put it in a cup. But now when she left, we wasn't putting it in no
You know
cup.
what? Fuck it, we don't care.
no,
Give
you
my
just doing
goddamn
you.
shoes, man.
Man, I don't want to touch these motherfuckers.
Man, give my goddamn flops. Shit, hell.
Them motherfuckers rabbit ass shoes.
Fuck you, man.
end of the
How
day
you
though,
come
Give me
out-
that and back there. Hell, I
Fuck
couldn't
you
step
even
it.
come out your goddamn shoe.
Don't worry about that. I cut this part out.
at the end of the day,
What are you doing?
he should need to get out.
Oh,
But
he
at
got
the end of the day, it doesn't matter because what's gonna happen is the OGs, ourselves in our communities, separate communities, right? All right, we sitting there, we talk to these young cats. All right, cool. We'll talk to them. We'll try to give them some good advice from what we learned from coming up and blah blah blah. But if we ain't getting them niggas no check every week, shit, man.
Only thing you can tell them kids is this. Look, especially if you got basically you got two sets of kids.
Mm.
You got kids that's already lost and headed toward the streets, and then you got the one. God damn,
The whole tree,
the whole set.
the trees, man.
And then you got the ones that are still in school and trying to do good.
right.
So you giving different advice.
The different sets.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying.
You got
ain't-
something just up. You can forget about it.
Yeah, I mean, then you still
You can talk to them.
try to talk
Turn
to
them
them.
around. I agree, but
But
goddamn, no.
most of the time, it's too late.
Yeah, they path already set.
They path already set. They ain't not gonna listen to you. So, hell, I got motherfucking niggas that's old niggas that don't want to listen
To this day,
to this fucking day. So,
you got an old ass nigga that think about it now. I know 50-year-old niggas ain't got no license. Okay, one thing. I know 50-year-old niggas ain't got no ID.
I ain't got ID.
Can't even cash a check. Call me talking about, can you cash a check for me? Hell no, nigga. Do I fucking look like Regions, nigga? Trust mark? No, I ain't cashing no
Still
check.
doing the same
Nigga,
thing.
get your birth certificate, get your ID, you damn near 60-year-old nigga, and cash your own motherfucking check.
Doing the same fucking thing.
50-some years old.
See what I'm saying?
60 years old.
Man.
Fuck I look like.
I don't know where y'all talking at right now. God
We
damn.
went in the same direction, but we talking about the same thing.
Just saying,
Motherfuckers
motherfuckers
gonna do what they gonna
what the
do.
fuck they gonna do.
I understand that completely. Don't get me wrong.
I tell you what, right now today, if I start paying Terrence $10,000 a week, all of a sudden anything I say to Terrence will mean something. I'm giving you $40,000 a month, hypothetically speaking. You might listen to me.
Ain't no mic.
You know what I'm saying? But you see what I'm saying? though?
That's not necessarily
See,
true.
motherfucker,
I was saying 40, but at a level where you got nothing, $500 a week will mean something.
Exactly.
I was just talking about
give me $10,000 a week.
Shit, you ain't gotta give me
I'm
nothing.
listening to you.
And I take
Motherfucker,
advice.
I'm listening to every fucking thing you got to fucking say.
Got a recorder.
So my thing is, does it take?
I want to play that shit back.
Does it take necessarily just monetary shit for motherfucker to listen?
Yeah,
Not necessarily.
Shit.
Because okay, just say for instance, like,
well, give them an ounce a week then. Shit, they'll listen then.
y'all stupid. So it's like
listen
this.
then.
Now I'm like
Ounce of
this.
crack a week,
Like I said,
they'll
I'm
listen.
not too young. I'm not too old.
By that pound
But
a week, they'll
I
listen.
take
Oh, yeah,
heed
they'll
They sitting there content.
to what's told to me behind.
Shut up, nigga. I'm gonna meet the plug.
I'm trying not to.
Get that nigga out of here, man.
I'm gonna meet the plug.
But no, I mean, on some real shit. Like, I mean, like I said, I'm not too old, I'm not too young, but at the same time, it's like this. I take heed to what I hear my elders say, because I know my elders done been through some things that I ain't been through. So, for me to sit back and listen to, hey, look, you ain't got to be out here thugging and bugging to make it. Okay, I get that. But now, is that something I might want to do? Yeah, but that's a choice for me to make. But at the same time, it's like, I'm going to take heed of what you're saying because, yeah, you did it. And then I can also look at the position you in. I can say, okay, well, yeah, you 50 years old and you still out here working for somebody else. You didn't take nothing of what you did back in the gap and make nothing out of yourself. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, well, why would I want to go do that when I could be over here working for somebody else?
I have motherfuckers tell me shit all the time, like, you know, hey, man, you're an inspiration. I like what you're doing.
Amen.
And this and that, man, I want to be. I'm like, bro. I'm like, man, I ain't did nothing. It took me motherfucking
For real.
trial and motherfucking error,
Yeah.
bumping my motherfucking head the same fucking way.
Yeah, but see,
You know
that's
what I'm
the
saying? To
difference.
get there. I mean, you ain't got to go through that if you don't want to. You could take my example and you could take it, or you could, you know, or whoever example.
That's the good advice.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
it.
But as far as me, trying to motherfucker just really, in other words, I guess what we're trying to say is you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. I had all kind of great advice all up through my life. I came up in a 2-parent household. I was I went to church every Sunday.
Yeah.
I still end up being a statistic. I still
But who
end
chose
up.
You did what
that,
you
though?
chose to do.
I chose that.
Yeah. So what you
So
saying?
I can't look back on nobody else and point the finger and be like,
I'm not trying to.
you know what I'm saying?
This your fault.
This your fault.
OG.
You know what I'm saying?
Why you ain't changed the whole community, nigga?
Exactly.
No, I'm not saying that.
Exactly.
What I'm saying is, I'm not
So
saying
only
this
thing
up to the
is,
OG.
I could tell a young kid, you know what I'm saying, you don't have to take that route. It's a different route, but at the end of the day, these kids, they gonna take their own route. They gonna do what they want to do. Sometimes a motherfucking boat lesson is the
What's
best,
the best
lesson.
lesson?
Yeah, it is.
I bought mine.
But
Oh,
now
man.
we sit back and we talk about
Bought and paid for.
got
Got a t-shirt.
the school to prison pipeline.
Little certificate.
You know what I'm saying? We talk about all these different things, and we done had many a shows on talking about the race disparities, the education disparities, everything.
So what we do, this is what we do. This is what we do.
Okay.
We always highlight the most times the worst. Graduation was today at Jackson State. Graduation was today at East Mississippi Community College. My niece graduated today,
Congratulations.
magna cum laude. You know what I'm saying? So we don't put the emphasis on that. So what we tend to talk about and what gets the attention is what kids is going to start to gravitate toward. If we start talking about these kids graduating, these kids going to college, these kids getting their education, then their mind state will start to change.
Yeah, but see, we so hard on
You
both
see what I'm saying?
sides. We so hard on education because we know education is not meant the way it's supposed to be meant.
It's not meant for everybody.
Nah, and then we so hard on the street side because
Education
the street
is meant for
side.
everybody, but not necessarily. College education is meant for everybody.
No. What I
Some
say,
folks need to learn HVAC, goddammit.
well, that's a
Or
trade.
whatever. I'm just saying whatever. That's
I'm
good
talking.
education.
I'm talking about like this. We
That's
talk
education.
Yeah, it is. I'm not saying that it ain't. What I'm saying is we
Mechanical.
so we so hard on education to say like education. Public schools is not. It's only for black people. You got private schools built for white people. Don't get me wrong. And I'm not trying to get into the race factor, but That is a true statement that's out here. If you send your kids to the public schools, 9 times out of 10, the education is not so great. When you send them to a private school, the education, they lead them into a life of knowing how to maneuver in life versus just going to public school, where public schools put them out there for assimilation into a workforce.
Okay.
Now, we also hard on the street side, because the street side, we say ain't doing what they supposed to do either, which is the young ones ain't listening, the OGs ain't providing for the community, which that's not their job.
What OGs supposed to provide? That's what I want to know. The niggas that went to the streets, got out the streets, doing their thing and maintaining. That's what I consider as an OG that's at a certain level. And what there's OGs that ain't got shit, man.
It is.
But the ones that you talking about is the ones that was in the streets, got out the streets, and maintaining at a certain level. Whatever that,
Well, I mean,
what they supposed to do.
Everything,
what they job to do for the community.
Hey, this is my thing. Everything in life is not to be glamorized. There are some people that got to do the dirty work. Like right now on this podcast, we doing the dirty work because we talking and ironing out issues that most people do not and choose not to talk about. They don't choose to talk about.
In an open forum.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times they just, it's the young ones, they don't know no better, so we just leave them alone. We can't teach them nothing, they don't want to listen, so fuck them. Let them do what they got to do. They'll learn one day. You got a lot of people that do that. You got those out here, like you said, we praise those that go to college and go to do this and go to do that, but they don't never hear the downside of going to college when you done put yourself in $100,000 worth of debt for student loans, and then you can't get a job to even match or try to pay your student loans. We don't know. Nobody never talks about the ups and the downs of both sides.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't think that's the case. I think everybody, if you see somebody that's headed toward destruction, you know what I'm saying, or headed or in a lifestyle that you know is not gonna last, I think people do pull your coat to it, and they'll speak up on it.
But they still ain't gonna listen.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Now you have a few that may, but few. But those are the ones that you try to reach.
Very few.
In the words of Jeff Brown, Jeff Brown said it like this. This is a comedian, and he's based out of L.A., but he's originally from Chicago. He writes for D.L. Hughley and stuff like that. In his words, he's like, those are the ones that you can't worry about. The ones that don't want to act right, them the ones you can't worry about. You got to worry about the ones that do want to act right. The ones that do want to get themselves better. The ones that do want to fix themselves and not be in the situation of trying to go back to jail or go to jail or anything of that nature. But what we do is, as a people, we tend to just throw the whole fucking situation away. And then we come back when that young teen or whatever get penalized or get taxed for whatever the fuck they do, then we blame the other side for it. Which I'm not saying that it ain't blame there. What I'm saying is that's what we do. And that's what I feel like that we got to start speaking to our youth on. Is like, hey, look, we know you going to make some mistakes. It's not my job to judge you for those mistakes, but it's my job to try to help you with those mistakes if you go through them, or if I can prevent you from going through them, let me try to help you. Now, if they choose not to listen, you did your part. You did your part in it.
Well, shit, I got to use bad, but I can tell you what, I did my part. A bunch of motherfuckers that's in prison now.
I did my part a lot of times. I still do my part to this day. Any of them that I see, you know what I'm saying, I don't try to just get on to them and make them feel bad. I try to tell them, hey, then a lot of them, you know what I'm saying, I'm proud of them, you know what I'm saying, a lot of them didn't take the street route. A lot of them are productive citizens. They got good jobs and things of that nature, you know what I'm saying, and I'm proud of those. I'm proud of them.
So I want to ask you this, and then when Dave get back, we're gonna sign off, and I'm gonna give him a chance to answer this too. And this is one prevalent question to you. Why do you discipline your kids if you know they're not going to listen?
Because I know man, come on, bro.
I mean, that's a serious question. Why do you discipline your kids if you know they're not going to listen?
Kids, they're going to listen. They're going to take direction. They're looking for direction.
That's
as
my
your
point.
kids, as your kids or people that you have a influence over.
That's why I was speaking on the
You know
OG.
what I'm saying? I'm not saying they're not gonna listen. You can discipline your kids, and they can listen to you, and they can be perfect in your presence. But just as soon as they get out from amongst your presence, they may do something totally different, and you can be like,
that's true.
And you can be like, why did you do something so stupid? And I told you not to do that.
That's true. That's them learning the mistakes and bumping their head for themselves. I completely understand.
Okay, then.
I was in the same boat.
That's what I'm saying. So you can't beat yourself up
I'm not saying
as a person or a parent because somebody chose to do something that you advised them and you
Not to,
and kept preaching to them over and over and over and over and over not to do, but they still went ahead and did it anyway.
So
You prepared them for that situation. You know what I'm saying? But if they chose to do it anyway, now only thing you can do is deal with the situation at hand.
So now I asked this question, and this is why I'm gonna bring you in on this too.
Okay.
I asked him, and I said I was gonna ask you the exact same question. Why do you chastise your children if you know that they're not gonna listen to you?
if my children don't listen to me, I'm gonna put my foot in his ass. But hell, I meant that.
Exactly.
That's what we saying.
That's
Like,
the same thing we said.
why would you whoop them if you know that they're not gonna listen?
Oh, they gonna listen.
Because they're gonna listen. But now, what I say it is,
Gonna make some moves.
but now what I say it is, they can be perfect in front of you, but soon as they get out,
They gonna do what
they can do the same damn thing you
They
told them not
to
to
That is
fucking
true.
do.
That is true too. But at the end of the day, I want to bring up the same picture that we talking about, the big picture. This is the thing that I think we have to know, and this is not just for black people, but we're black, so
Yeah, I mean,
we need to stop
We black.
thinking today.
Oh yeah.
We tomorrow, right? Change. Luckily, goddamn it, we black.
Luckily.
At the end of the day, I think we as African Americans, whatever y'all want to have y'all terminology this time is, we need to stop thinking that the public school system, I don't care if it's public or private school system, sending your kid to these schools is the answer for your children's future. We need to prepare our children for their future. A high school diploma or a college degree is not necessarily the answer for you. You see what I'm saying? We make such hoopla when they get that high school diploma. It's the biggest thing ever. You throw parties, they be in fucking limousines. I don't know. But what I'm saying is that is not the fucking answer, because now that same high school student go out there and go to college, don't go to college and finish. Or go to college, finish, have $100,000, $200,000, $400,000 student loans or whatever. Now they still can't succeed. I heard a story yesterday. It's a girl owed $40,000 a year in interest on her student loans. So how the fuck? But let's make it broader. We need to start preparing our children for life. You know what I'm saying? For life, not.
I'm gonna give a hand clap on this.
And that piece of paper, high school diploma, that is not preparing your child for life. That is saying, I learned the shit that they taught me. Cool. But they still not prepared for life. Them motherfuckers can't write a check. They don't know nothing about money.
Assets.
Nothing.
Liabilities.
They don't know nothing about none of that shit. They know about cheerleading or football or the band and all that old bullshit. Ain't nobody playing no fucking trumpets at 50.
So really what's happening is,
unless you're a musician,
school system is really setting them up for failure.
It is setting them up for failure, but that's what we are taught.
We're glamorizing.
We're taught that this is what you have to do to succeed. You get that, then you don't succeed. What the fuck?
You get it, and then you're ill prepared
for life. We are not preparing our children for real. We said that shit 3-4 episodes ago. Them motherfuckers getting our kids calculus and trigonometry and algebra and shit. And man, what the fuck am I gonna do with that? Teach me how to earn an income. Teach me how to spend my money, how to save my money, how to invest my money, how to have assets and know a difference between an asset and a liability. A house is not an asset, it's a liability unless it's paid for and you're earning income from it.
Exactly.
If you're not earning income from your home, it's a liability.
That's it.
It is not still an asset. If your house is paid for, it's not an asset unless you're earning income from it.
Exactly.
Or you're going to borrow money from it because you still got to pay on the motherfucker for maintenance.
Insurance.
Thank you. It's a liability.
So
Yeah.
You ain't earn no income from it. That ain't no asset, nigga.
So
Still
now,
a liability.
for him to say all of that, that's what I was saying about the OGs versus the young G's. We gotta teach them accountability, responsibility, and how to maneuver.
In life,
In
though.
life.
Don't think the high school diploma is the goddamn.
That's what I was trying to
The
get.
bee's knees, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Because see, we
Ain't
show so much. We glamorize the popping bottles. We glamorize the throwing dollars. We glamorize all of it because that's the culture.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, we never show our kids your credit to debt income ratio and how that affects.
shit like that.
We never show them nothing like that.
How to build your credit.
Right.
What credit is.
Yeah.
What does
Like,
it mean?
Even though like we know that 9 times out of 10 you really don't need credit, but what is credit? A fucking asset. Because you don't need money to get shit.
Yeah.
You just gotta have the credit to get it to make it useful for you.
Credit is buying a thing that you can't afford.
That's it.
All right, y'all. We about to get blown.
So look,
we about to get
we
blown
finna get
the
ready to
fuck
shut
away.
it down
We about to
To
get
that lake.
We about to
And
go
we-
over there with our friends
In the boat.
in the boat.
in the boat. Hey, look, and they still sitting in the same spot.
Chilling, man. You know why? Because it's fucking comfortable, man.
I'm telling you, man.
Comfortable
Look,
shit, man.
man, look, this
I
is
tell y'all what now.
Go
what
out
you
there
got?
with them. Fuck this shit.
It feels great out here.
It does.
I mean, this. I mean, I don't give a damn what y'all how it look on this camera, but it feels good out
Yeah,
this
it does.
motherfucker right now.
It feels real good. Laid back like a dead fly.
I'm telling you, relaxed.
Motherfucker ain't moving.
This has been Sipp City Podcast. Didn't mean to get this deep, but we got that deep because this is what Sipp City Podcast do.
Yeah.
If you listen to the podcast and you listen to the whole entire episode, you're going to gain something from it. And if you don't gain something from it, it's your fault because you ain't listening. This has been me, Mr. T to the E to the double RANCE, Mr. Terrence in the building. We got Mr. TEZ, the newly married Black Messiah. And yes, I'm going to keep putting that shit out there. And we got Mr. D. Lewis over here, representative of motherfucking Sipp City Podcast and street fame over here.
Nope.
We're going to give a shout out to Mr. Devin Gillespie because he is part of the motherfucking crew. We're going to give a shout out to motherfucking comedian LL, motherfucking comedian Skip. I want to give a RIP to comedian Hype Man Lucky. If everybody don't know, go look him up, man. He was a great dude. Man, I want to shout out so many damn different people. Mississippi Cartel Music, Triple Beam. Man, look, anybody that mess with Sipp City Podcast, y'all mess with us for a reason. And we're going to keep giving y'all that reason. Whether y'all want it or not. Like Pimp C say, we're going to be in your motherfucking ear hole. One way or another.
Right.
Sipp City Podcast. Y'all fuck with us. We coming at y'all another week. We out this bitch.
Peace.